Hello, folks. I don't know if you can all hear me. Then we'll do our sound checks. Let's find a... Nope. Need a better gun than that.
Disemboweled with right claw.
Hello, a few, fuse. Oh. We got that silly bug. So there's a weird bug in the game where... And this seems to be at engine level, but when you are in a conversation with an NPC, they get temporarily put into your follower group, which is why sometimes when you go to fast travel, like NPCs will just teleport with you, and sometimes CSE can also grab it. So Omar has now been added to our group in Companion Status Enhanced. I actually have a, and I'm also, that's also odd, her icon's not showing up because we do have a custom icon for OM0R, so that's interesting. I may need to update CSE, which I do have a new update available for it. I put it on Nexus. I did not put it up on Bethesda.net yet because they had taken down uploads before the train wreck. I mean the update. Guys, it's been a tough couple of days being a Fallout fan, huh? So I do have an update to CSE that I will post, but it feels like everyone should just stay the hell out of the creations menu for a little while because it's not good. It's not good. I mean, light at the end of the tunnel. Bethesda did announce today that they are hotfixing, but man, like, what a train. I mean, I would have been hotfixing it that night. I would have been like, I don't know. I don't run a big company. I can't speak to that. But like, you guys know, if I had done something that horrible to SS2, you guys know I would have like dropped everything. I'd have been like, sorry, honey, take the kids. I got players who need me, and I'd have been figuring it out. So, but we're getting a hotfix next week apparently, and then. The cool thing that was announced was they are doing the 100 gigs storage. Oh, yeah, Alexander's on that. 100 gig storage for Xbox, which is nice. Although apparently it's only going to be on the Series Xbox from the post that I saw, not on old school, which is probably fine because I think an Xbox One S would probably melt under 100 gigs of mods. But yeah, it's pretty frustrating. Like watching all the coverage of it and just seeing how bad. And like it was so much worse. Like, right now, on Xbox, you just can't really play SS2. At least not the chapters, because you can't enable mods that have DLC requirements. Which is real bad. Real bad. And I just don't, it's I don't know, I try to be positive about Bethesda all the time. I understand that it's a tough operation they're trying to run there, but, I mean, just do the public betas, right? Like, they do that with Starfield. Just put out a public beta of this patch before you release it. And we would have identified that the DLC thing was a thing. Like, I mean, all these problems that came up, like, people found them within minutes after the patch went live. It was like the same thing would have happened if you had done a public beta. Or hell, just do a beta with the VC people. Give us a copy. We would have reported these issues. Anyway. So, you guys, I'm sure, have seen plenty of YouTube coverage being angry about it. I'm sure you all have felt angry about this, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I almost didn't play this tonight, just played something else just because I was frustrated, but I figure I'm in good company to vent about how absurd this is. And I am still playing on old gen. I think that was the other reason I decided to pop on a stream, was like, hey guys, old gen still works. If you have the if you didn't upgrade, just stick to old gen, because that's what I'm going to keep developing on for the foreseeable future, because I don't see any reason to update. Like, it's the, you know, what is it? Shame on, fool me once, shame on me, or shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, right? Like, they burned us on the with the next gen update, and now they burned us again with the anniversary update. Crazy, crazy. Okay, let's go positive here. Let's try and play some SS2 here, because this is old gen, so my build still works. This little bug with Omar on is an engine level bug that we are that we inherit, but it's pretty small, all things considered. I can deal with an extra icon on my screen. I did add to the new CSE build. I don't have it on this computer, but there's now a tool in CSE to reset your which meters are showing. So you can reset the followers, and it'll look for which followers you actually have. So it'll, if you get like a random settler or something, it'll clear them out of there. Okay, so I think we need to find, right now we need fertilizer and we need to build a clinic, but I don't really want any more commercial plots in this settlement because we're trying to go nuts with power. I guess the clinic does help with all these sick people. So I guess there's a benefit
Out
to
here,
it.
you gotta
Do we
take
have,
things one day at a time.
I guess maybe if we have somebody not working, that we can get away with it. Let's see. Let's let our meters pop up here. All right, and I guess I should read chat too. Sorry guys, I had to come on and vent because it was and mild venting because again, I'm just like me being pissed about it. I already vented to my team. Now I'm just like it's like sighs more than anger of like really like on such a cool day, like celebrating 10 years of the game. And the ball was dropped. So welcome everybody. Who do we got here tonight? Brambleberry, hello. Yorkshire DB, hello. Kaz. Mr. Nico Ramstein. That is quite the name. We're just going to go with Nico for shortness of breath here. Raven, how's it going? Antibody Baby, hello. Raybo, how's it going, man? I haven't heard from you in a while. Maybe you've been silently watching. Canuck, how's it going? Alexander, hello. King Geffen chat, hello. Slangel, how's it going? Far Harbor Marine, how you doing? Yeah, the game is pretty badly broken on Xbox. I would say like I already considered it unplayable from the next gen update, and now they made it worse somehow. They can't keep getting away from breaking the mods. Oh, they're gonna do it for a while. I think we're gonna have to have a lot of F4SE updates because they mentioned 2 hot fixes and then patches after that. So yeah, hot fixing 10 things before breaking 100 more things. Yeah, it's my favorite. So like, you know, I do that plenty. Like there's a GIF that I throw around a lot on Discord servers of I think it's a clip from a Studio Ghibli movie, and there's like this cat doing plumbing, and like he goes to fix a pipe and then another leak spurts and like pops down the chain, and he just keeps doing that, and each time he fixes one, a worse leak pops up, and that sometimes is what it's like bug fixing. So I can feel their pain, but at the same time they have so much money and so many employees. King Bath is a rare breed. Thank you, Raven. I don't know what that was in response to, but I'll take it. Last time they broke the game, we had to wait until season 2 for them to fix it, so I guess 1 month is not that bad. I mean, hopefully, like, the next week, the one that I don't know what order there's a thing on their Discord, like on their public Discord about what they're doing. I know Phil is the first person to point it out to me, so he has a copy of it. He could probably show you guys. Speaking of Phil, how you doing? But there is a post on Discord showing, like, their plan for the things. They might have tweeted it out, too. I don't know. I haven't checked. Real-time beta testing? Yeah, exactly. Storm Pilgrim. And like, you know, if you're a small company or if you're in early access, that's great. But like, I mean, Bethesda's like one of the big ones, right? Like you would. I'm just gonna sigh a lot tonight. Liam Bean, how are you? Granberry, did we not know that players were going to do the quality control and quality assurance testing? Yes, I think we did. This is Bethesda. Yeah, you would just hope though for an anniversary thing, especially when it's tied to so many financial things, right? Like where they're trying to get the VC program launched, which obviously I support the VC program. I want that thing to succeed, and I want to see like groups like Hobgoblin actually succeed, and like they're not going to if everyone bails on the game because it's broken. So yeah, we were hoping for something different for the anniversary celebration, especially again because they have financial incentive to get it right. So it was very, very disappointing to see. Alexander just installed a new update and follow for my laptop. Can buy creations there and copy the files to my old gen install, so I'm completely chill about all the issues. There you go. Yeah, that's a good way to work around it because you can use one of those conversion tools to switch the archive. Because there are some cool, like I said, the stuff that Hobgoblin Studios did is very, very cool. I know those guys. I've met them IRL. They are very cool. They are amazing artists. And like that trailer for the Bounty Hunter thing is just sick. Like I haven't played it. I've watched somebody play through it now. It's shorter than something we would have done, obviously, but they're more of an art team than a story team. Just a second, I gotta answer a work email real quick. Let's see here. Pissed King Gas website. Yeah, like I said, it's more like I wouldn't call this pissed at this point. I was pissed yesterday, like to the point where I was even complaining to my wife, and she knows nothing about games or anything, so she was just being a good listener. But today, now it's just like apathy and irritation. But there was some catharsis in seeing like every YouTuber, like even some that are usually like eternally positive about Bethesda, kind of like taking them to task. That was good to see. That helped with the feels. Moon Knight, does the engine have a limitation on the number of triangles shown in settlements that can cause a loss in performance? Absolutely. Yeah, it's more than triangle count. It's actually texture memory. So the what they call draw call. So like if you have a lot of items that are using a bunch of different textures on them, that can create, like within the same NIF file, the same model file, that causes a lot of issues. And that is because the game was built on DirectX, I can't remember which number, 9 or 11. I mean, older DirectX, when the number of draw calls was capped really low. And so once you get up into that area, you'll start to see either the rainbow texture, if you guys have seen that, where it's like everything is like hyper pixelated rainbow dots. That is the sign that you've hit the texture memory limit, or it can just crash the game. Like on Xbox, I think it generally just crashes when you get to that point. Hey, Omni, how's it going? Lauren Ipsum venting is appreciated. Jennifer going Tower design which is code development manager. We were testing the code. Yeah. I don't know how all that stuff works. Like I don't know what their I don't know what their culture is like that. Like I don't imagine they're actually probably pretty chill about it, because that place has a history of like people staying there for a long time. So my guess is that it's not the type of place like heads roll when something goes wrong. They probably are just like, all right, well, let's get it fixed. Like I don't think there was a lot of yelling and screaming there, which maybe that's part of the problem. I think there is a balance. I think there is if somebody screws up really bad and costs your company reputation and money to where it may be unrecoverable, like I think if any of us did that or responsible for it, we would expect to be scolded, right? Like if not fired. Maybe trying to remove the automatron requirement. Oh no, we can't remove the automatron requirement from chapters 2 and 3 now. Way too deep. That would break everybody's saves in the mod. So that's unfortunately not an option. So right now they will fix that bug. They have to fix that bug. They've already announced they're going to hotfix it next week to fix that. Honestly, it's refreshing. You can be frustrated like that as well, King Gath. I sometimes feel like you are cool as ice. I mean, because I understand, like, generally it's silly to get upset about it. It was just like, I think I was so blindsided by how bad it was, especially because I personally hit all the issues that people are reporting. I've run into the DLC issue with not being able to enable mods. I can't even download all the creation stuff on my PC or my Xbox. Having trouble with, they changed the way mods are stored on their server now so that they're served, and this was a problem in the new Skyrim update and in Starfield, and it now has come to Fallout 4. So the way they used to serve mods was they would serve them whole. Like it would be like, all right, your mod is a B8, your mod is 800 megabytes. They just serve you the whole mod. Now they hyper compress it, serve you a compressed version, and then decompress it on your system, which is fine for PC, but on Xbox, what that works out to is that you can't actually install a mod unless you have double that space. And I don't think that that is going away, which means that some number of people are never going to be able to play all 3 chapters on Xbox, which is really irritating. It's also going to, unless they can figure out how to roll that back, but I'm guessing they won't, because I'm sure it saves them a lot of money on server bandwidth to do it that way, to serve the mods hyper compressed. But like, right now, you guys have seen me play the chapters on Xbox. I've had those playthroughs going. But now it will be impossible until they do the extension to 100 gigs. And then even some of those people, if they install SS2 last, won't be able to do it. It also means if they don't change this, then technically, even if, at 100 gigs, we're not going to see huge mods, first of all, because the upload limit that they've set is 2 gigabytes. So the biggest mods we would see are 2 gigabytes. But that also means is that to install a 2 gigabyte mod, you will need to have at least 4 gigabytes left, which will matter eventually. Like, people are going to collect mods for a long time and have these big giant load orders. And I think what else is you're going to also run into people who are going to like buy something from the store and not be able to install it. It's just and it will not make any sense. You're right. Like, people are going to be like, what do you mean I can't unpack it? I can't buy it. I have enough space. Like, that's what's happening right now. If you have chapters 1 and 2 installed on Xbox and go to download chapter 3, it won't let you. It'll tell you that you can't, even if you have enough space. It's mind-boggling that is how they've handled that. I don't know. I just like some of this stuff is like customer service and user experience 101. So seeing, this company that I obviously admire their games, not get that is just, I don't understand. I don't understand what's happening. It's very confusing. I say in Carabinier, the game won't be stable till January 26th, since the last fix will be early December. Yeah, I mean, my bet is they are probably going to like force a lot of overtime and stuff to make sure that it's ready for the TV show, because we are those of us who play the game all the time, like, we'll stick it out, right? Like, or I mean, I guess some number of people are going to quit the game over this. I assume. Like, I'm obviously not. I'm in it for the long haul. I've got so many years into SS2, I'm not going to abandon it over this. I have been complaining to everybody I know at Bethesda, feeding them bug reports and making sure they understand what a problem this is. But yeah, I think the anniversary edition and the VC stuff, like, obviously they're going to sell that to people who are more casual, people who aren't going on to Nexus. They're going to be people who saw the TV show, go get the game. Maybe they played the game before and they're looking for more stuff, or they pop in the game and they see a little advertisement for, get the ghouls gun effectively, and they'll be inspired to go do so, and then they'll see other stuff in the shop like that. The Become a Bounty Hunter is like going to be a great piece of marketing for them to pull people into the shop and fall for. Fantastic for them. So they will. I think they'll have all this stuff fixed before the show drops the next season. I'm pretty confident in that. Or if not, then I mean, that's when I would expect like heads to roll, but we'll never know, right? Like, I think that's the other thing that's a little unsatisfying when you get mad at a big company, like whether it's a game studio or a movie studio or a retailer or anything, is you never get to find out like if somebody paid for the thing that pissed you off, right? Let's see. Alexander, I feel being owned by Microsoft isn't as great as we hoped for. Don't get quick 30% profit margins if they have to spend a lot in the first place. I mean, I don't know a lot of people who are excited about Microsoft owning them. Like, I think internally and externally, but because I think like internally, once they bought them, a lot of their big name talent left. Like, you can see a lot of people like Bruce Nesmith and Nate Perkypile, and Will Shen, like, they all left and then have started. You'll go see them doing public interviews and stuff, talking and complaining about what happened after the Microsoft acquisition. So, the acquisition by those big companies allows them to like slow down and like operate at a, with more stability, and then they can handle a failure. Like, they can handle, like, I don't know that Starfield was a failure. I bet Starfield was a financial success because a lot of people pre-ordered it expecting it to be Skyrim in space. So I would bet Starfield was a success, but if their next game is a failure because people don't buy it, because people are just like, yeah, we can't trust them now. The last game they burned me on, and it doesn't sell up to expectations, like they won't go out of business because they have Microsoft backing them. Like that's one of the benefits, because the game industry actually operates on pretty slim. They operate on a sub 20% margin generally, which is, when you're making multi-hundred million dollar bets, that is not enough of a margin to survive. So like that is why you see so many big studios who put out a bad AAA game and they're just done, because you need basically 5 hits to absorb 1 failure, which is just not realistic, especially with the timeline they're making these games. So this is why these studios, I think, sell out to the big companies, is because they want that safety net to be like, all right, well, we can't guarantee we're going to hit a home run every time. I mean, I'm a little nervous about that for my company, of like because we're operating in a similar margin, around a 20% margin, and that if we have a bad VC launch, like I'm going to struggle to pay my team, right? So like it's scary. Like I get it, but I'm not going to sell it to Microsoft anytime soon. I'll tell you that much. I love all the small animations they had in the Bounty Hunter creation. I geeked out hard over those. Yeah, some of those are beautiful. Like seeing that trailer, I was like, oh, I like immediately reached out to Harry, who put it, to ask him who put it together, and he's like, oh, I did that. I was like, Jesus, that's so good. It's such a great trailer. So yeah, cool to see they did all that extra bit in there. Added Money Baby, now that Bethesda are giving focus to creations, it would be a shot in the foot for them to continue ignoring the bugs. They can't hype the creations with the backlash that's bad. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why they've announced today they're going to be doing some hotfixes and stuff. It's just shocking that there was that. Again, we would have tested it for them. Just throw me a beta. I'll check it out for you. Just make sure SS2 works on it. And I would have told them immediately, oh nope, SS2 doesn't work. Can't load up the DLC. There's one less problem they would have had. Can we start a GoFundMe for you to buy the right to fall? That GoFundMe isn't going to get there. I think that license is worth, even just on merchandise and stuff and the show rights, I mean, it's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Like we ain't affording that. And I don't have the team big enough to actually make a title. Like I could absolutely go to Bethesda right now and pitch them and be like, hey, I want to make a spinoff, and they'd be like, okay, well, how much money do you have available to run a studio? How many people do you have? And I would tell them, and they'd laugh me out of the room because it costs so much money to make an entry in that franchise. So unfortunately, not a realistic plan, but I appreciate the sentiment. Might be in preparation for the storage change. That's maybe why they were so hesitant to not do it. I think I missed something. Hold on, what else did you say here? It was probably, you probably are responding to something I said earlier. Apologies, I'm not sure what that was because I know I've been on a little bit of a rant here. Andres Sandoval, is this going to be updated for the anniversary game? Are you talking about SS2? It shouldn't need an update, but right now the anniversary update does break chapters 2 and 3, and it's not something I can fix. They have to fix it on their end. So I wouldn't be shocked though if somebody puts out an F4SE DLL that fixes the DLC thing. Although I guess what's interesting with the DLC issue, if you're on PC, it doesn't actually matter. Just don't go in the creations menu, and your DLC requirements will still work. You just have to go back in your mod manager and re-enable anything that required DLC. So chapters 2 and chapter 3 and extended are examples of that. Xbox players, though, as soon as they go into the creations menu, all of their DLC dependent mods, so SS2's chapters 2 and 3, the unofficial patch, there's a bunch of mods that require the DLC. Those will all get disabled, and you cannot re-enable them. So, and I basically recommend Xbox don't play. Just don't play Fallout 4 right now. It's just like so basically the same state we were in before the anniversary patch, because this was like this from the next gen update. To me, it's been unplayable. I had to can 2 of my Xbox playthroughs because the game is with that stutter bug is so bad. Like it would crash for me or just lock up, so I couldn't play anymore. I guess you can upload free mods in chapters though, or not. Sorry, man, you keep losing me. I'm not, I'm not sure what you're referring to. You can upload free mods in chapters, I guess. If you're this is probably how far back we are in chat. Are you talking about when I mentioned the 2 gig thing? In which case, yeah, that would be the case. People would have to break them into chunks. But still, there's this weird issue. So, like, we're not going to see any, like, Fallout Londons on Xbox or anything. Let's see. Brian Baker, do you plan on making SSM2, all 3 chapters, into 1 mod, or keeping it as 3 mods? It'll be 3 mods forever. It is, merging them together would be a nightmare. And it would, like, for a lot of people, it just wouldn't work on their save files, and they'd be very confused why it doesn't work. So there is rumor floating around that Bethesda is going to sort out the BA2 limit issue or extend it somehow. So I haven't seen that personally, but a lot of people have told me that today. So there must have been some chatter going on in some Discords or something. So that might make it less, or make it more palatable to have stuff like this in chapters. So pissed he deletes SS2. Not happening anytime soon. Would the Sim settlements be affected by the new Anniversary Edition? Yeah, it is affected negatively. Like on Xbox, you can't play it, basically. I'm scrolling ahead around, guys. I'm trying to get to the ones that you guys have tagged me in. Sorry if I'm missing folks. Hey, A1 Racer, Colonel Mustard. How's it going, guys? There was a not too much in that sentence. I answered to your explanation about the new upload and download issues. I wanted to say maybe these changes were needed for bigger storage. Oh, yeah, it may have been, for sure. Ascension Wave. I'm learning how to use MO2 and Xedit, and SS2 keeps generating clashes with itself in its chapters. Is that something to worry about? I wouldn't worry about it. I would just let the chapters overwrite. Let the chapters take, like, I tend to run all my stuff through Xedit before I release the patches, so I see all those, and if the conflicts are there, they're generally intentional. There's a chance I screwed up something, but that's why I keep a playthrough going in perpetuity, so I can see firsthand for myself if I broke something. Nick Carter, the major add-on mods like Pros, etc. are compatible with the 3.5.0 patch and pre-built settlements. I don't see why not. I'm sure if there's anything broken, they will reach out to me, though. Most of those guys have my ear. We talk on Discord periodically, and they are all free to DM me. Dave CGS, how are you? I personally kept the old version of Fallout for the Nightmare updates. Yeah, I'm on 30 minutes of ranting right now, Dave. So I'll tell you how I'm feeling. Yeah, I kept the OG version. I'm playing right now. What you guys are seeing on screen, that is the pre-next gen update. And that is what I will be developing on for the foreseeable future, and that is what my Let's Play will be on for the foreseeable future. I would love to check out and show off some of the work that Hobgoblin did, but it's just not happening until the game gets fixed. Okay, I think I'm caught up with chat. Let's play the game. Alright, our beds are struggling again. I'm not sure why. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe, is it a building upgrade? I mean, I would think if it was a plot leveling up, it would have been sorted by now. So I think I just need another residential plot. This place is getting crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and get ourselves another residential plot. Waska 12 Justice has subscribed. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. All right, let's see here. Where are we gonna stick this person? We sure have a lot of that really tall house that I believe is a Murmuracne design. We've got maybe too many of them. Let me stick you guys back here. Let's do a little surface snap off. Oh, that means I can turn object snap off. Coffeegate following. Oh, that's on Twitch. I forget I've still got my Twitch stuff all hooked up. I unfortunately cannot dual stream to that anymore. I don't know if it's my PC or just my bandwidth is bad. I don't know what it is. Hey, Daniel Moore, how's it going? Dave, quick bug fix. Odette, you can press E at the grave and the coffee can will appear before you recover the remains. Oh, interesting. Well, when we find Odette, I will make a save so that we can replicate that and hopefully sort it out real quick. Oops. Wire this guy up. Casbite, don't forget, can't fast travel when you're near Carl because the game thinks his feral is hostile. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you told me that last week. So hopefully we can experience that today. Okay, so now it says we're short beds, but no one's being assigned to... Oh, no, they are assigned to this. They just haven't built it yet. All right, let's go ahead and give this a refresh, because someone's assigned to it. Start construction. We can't afford costs. Get out of here. We have plenty of resources. We're rich right now. We got 70,000 building materials. We are plenty wealthy enough for this. Okay, so it looks like we do have space for the job, so I guess we can build that commercial plot. I guess right here's a good enough spot. Slide in a, what do you call it, clinic right here for Carl. No, a little bit higher. Cover up some of this cement here. There we go. Alright, let's get our ASAM sensor. Any more? What has Bethesda done? They broke Fallout 4 and hurt the reputation of the game on its anniversary. Horrible. Sadly, I can't play on Xbox One. Yeah, right now you definitely can't. And also, even prior to this, you would not have been able to unless you're willing to give up. Oh, we do. Okay, good. The randomization is working. Good. Unless you're willing to give up basically all your mod space, which is why I'm very excited about the 100 gig thing. Although it does sound like that is not going to be on old Xboxes. It's only going to be on the series to get up to that 100 gigabytes. I'm really struggling here, huh? Just hanging out near the coal plant, overheating. Alright, there's our bed. Let's see if this, OM0R, yep, still part of our, of our squad according to CSE. Play the worm good, give us a dopamine boost. You gotta send me the link again, I don't have it handy. Alright, I don't remember if I have to assign Carl to this or if he's just happy that I built it. Alright, we're gonna walk away from Treadwell because it's getting a little obnoxious with that sound effect. Babylonia, you played on Xbox Series X for 10 hours, smooth as hell, no mods except creations included with AE, fresh save, PC version remains old gen, obviously. Well, that's good. I was not able to download anything. My Xbox just gets to the menu and kind of locks up. Say you're playing on Anniversary Edition? No. Playing on old gen. We're not even playing on next gen. We're playing on the version from before they updated a year and a half ago. And I will likely, for this playthrough, I will likely never upgrade. I don't see any reason to. Because it just risks blowing up my playthrough, so I'm probably going to keep this playthrough forever on OG. I do have a method for dual installing, so I have the game installed both ways. Like I do have an updated build on this. I have a another install of next gen on this computer, but it doesn't work for me. I can't download anything from the creations menu. So, and maybe that's been fixed today because I know they changed some stuff, but. There was like a server-side patch they did today that supposedly made things better for some folks. Alright, let's see if that satisfied Carl, signing him over there. You'll have to send it to me on Discord, Adam, because the,
I was just tinkering.
Oh, he is happy.
Hey there. I was just tinkering with my setup here. Did you find some nice ferals yet? Or is there something else I can do for you? Yeah?
Not yet.
Not yet, but I will.
All right, well,
Wait a second.
you know where...
Uh-huh.
What happens if I say got
Hi.
one?
Hey there. I was just tinkering with...
Uh-huh.
Did you find some nice feral?
Right. I've got that sample you wanted.
Are you sure? We've not gotten a feral since you've been gone.
Okay, good. He catches my lie. All right. Fallout 4 King Gath edition. The Fallout 4 King Gath edition would have fixes for the interior nav cut bug, the script data limit, and the power grid corruption. Buffout NG is even more stable for me than Buffout to get 0 CTDs. Oh, that's great. Has that been updated? Did they update that since yesterday? Okay, I guess we gotta find a feral. I guess we can. There's probably some. Yeah, right over here, Bedford Station. There might be. I know it says cleared, but there might be some I missed over there because usually you only have to clear like a boss one to trigger the cleared state. So I guess we need to get out our tranquilizer dart here. Syringer rifle, reload, tranquilizer. There we go. Yeah, you guys explained that to me last week, I think, because I had it backwards. But I'm curious if he's released a new update today, now that the script extender has been updated. 'Cause some of those guys are on it. Like, Ian with the script extender was working from the moment the update dropped to get the F4SC patched. But I don't know if any of the other folks have had a chance to react to his update. Because that's the thing, like, things like Buffout and... any of the like Place Anywhere, at least everywhere and everything there, all have to react to F4SC being updated. They can't just react to the update to the game. What new bugs would my edition bring? I'm sure something. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't name anything that would be a good bug. So maybe my bug will be that. Dog meat brings you infinite stim packs. That'll be my bug. He will become the goodest of boys. And we will leave it like that. Ooh, a pompadour wig. That's lucky. If I started an SS2 single player game on the original Fallout game, I'll be good. I don't, like, you mean like on Fallout 4 or not next gen? Yeah, I mean, you could play it on, it'll work on next gen for PC, as long as you don't go in the creations menu. As soon as you go in the creations menu, it will disable chapters 2 and 3, unfortunately, until they hotfix it. Oh, I hear a ghoul. Alright. Tranquilized. Nope, let's not. We don't need a phytomatic scan the ghouls. It's not useful. Wait, did we get lucky? It was just the one? That's perfect. Oh, hello. That's a lot of ammo and grenades. I like it. Nope. There's one more. Sent on the Sporters Discord? Okay. Okay. We will watch that as soon as I hit a down moment here. If you guys... How many of you were here for the 350 patch launch stream when I was joined by Jake and Magnuson? Because we got a little treat for you coming up. And for everyone who wasn't here for that, they will be very confused. I can't wait for the Erica Ember animatics to come out of that stream. Oh, there's our There's our feral. Looks like he's walking home. He gave up on Carl.
I've been alone before. I've seen worse places.
Hey there. I was just tinkering with my setup here. Did you find some nice ferals yet? Or is there something else I can do for you?
I've got that sample you wanted.
Yes, I've already got her in the chair and restrained so I can start the
I
treatment.
think she got away from your chair, buddy.
How does it work?
Well, first I hook the feral in. Pump its brain full of a chemical cocktail.
This poor guy needs
Stuff like buff out, medic, stim packs,
Needs a
etc.,
bath.
etc. Then I direct an electrical shock to the brain to help stimulate its cerebral activity. Then I sit and talk to it like anyone else. I don't know why, but this helps calm the feral down. Maybe it remembers its humanity? Either way, after a bit, the process pacifies the feral. I haven't had any of the ghouls I've done this with so far become aggressive to me again. Didn't react great to my assistant, though. Rest in peace, Robert. That was a fluke, though. I'm sure with some more tweaks to the process, I can teach them to distinguish friend from foe. Really, that's about the whole process. I find it usually takes about 5 days before things really settle in. So come back at around that time. If it worked right, you'll have a domesticated ghoul. They can't talk or anything, but they can follow orders quite nicely. Just try to think of them as ugly guard dogs. As long as you keep tagging them, I'll keep domesticating them.
Okay. Alright, let's see if we can find him. Where's the ghoul? There, we gotta follow him. Come on, where's your ghoul chair? Where is the chair? There'll be like a hospital stretcher set up somewhere.
Another day of hard
And a little random scene will play it. I think I've showed you guys this on stream before. It's really funny. But it's also possible that the stretcher got spawned some random location. Like that might have been where the ghoul was walking to. Let's see where Carl goes. I bet your VAs were for SS2 Lovers Live Edition. Yeah, but I wouldn't be. But I'm not interested in that. I can't help them out there. Carbon Kid 85, have you seen, played the new Bounty Hunter or Beastmaster creations? If so, what are your thoughts? I have seen them. I have not played them. They look gorgeous. I think the team who makes them, they're just like a phenomenal team of artists. We actually worked with them. They one of their guys made the McLaren's backpack for us. So, yeah, they're fantastic artists.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! Next Plotapalooza should be fishing themed, and you can award the winner the title of Maximum Crab. Thank you, Ascension Wave. That deserves a second.
Maximum crabs!
All right, Carl, where are you going? So so those of you guys who have picked up the Bounty Hunter one, what do you guys think about the pricing on that? Because to me, we've been trying to push pricing downward on the VC stuff. We've been trying to push it more toward, like, we look at the average, like a DLC, like we look at, like, you know, for Valhalla, we'd look at, like, all right, what does Automatron cost, right? Or what does Far Harbor cost? And be like, where is the amount of content we have relative to that? Because that's we would like to be compared to DLC, not to microtransactions when we're doing stuff. So like that's why, you know, like we go, so like, how do you sell your stuff so cheap? And it's like, that's why, because we're trying to make it feel like official DLC and what it should have been sold at the time the game launched. So I'm curious how people feel about the pricing of some of the other stuff, because I know like the stuff that Shoe Burglar has released on Skyrim, like people really like it, but I've always been curious how the people feel about the cost of it, because it is like half the cost of the stuff that we release, but it's definitely way less than half the content. Off we go, Carl. I wonder if the chair ended up getting spawned, like where I shot the ghoul or something. I don't know where we're going. Now we're over to a junkyard where there's like all those mole rats. What the hell is going on here? And now I'm kind of in to follow this and see where it goes. Oh, actually, we can probably snipe some of these mole rats, right? Oh, here's our ghoul. So many. Oh, got his attention. Get him, trained feral. Help us out. Show us how trained you are. That was a lot of feral. Oh, there's more. Good lord. Still more. This is like excessive. Oops. Nice work, guys. This is exactly how to price it, ammo. Like what I described, or what those guys have been pricing it at. Pricing creations all over the place. Some of the VCs do not have a good feel for how they should price their stuff. I guess they'll make less sales long term because of that. Keep getting the Silent Settler and a blue bathrobe, Bodhi. That is from one of the add-on packs. I'm not sure which one. Patrick about DT. For PC, do you recommend installing your mods through Creations or Vortex and Nexus? Currently Nexus. The Creations menu is pretty botched, so you'll want to, until they get that fixed, I would stay out of the Creations menu. So I don't want to knock on the pricing of other VC people, but I'm just trying to like wrap my head around the value of things. Like if we look at something like the Bounty Hunter creation, right? Like you compare it to the amount of content that's in it versus, say, I'll use Watchtower as an example. Like it is we probably have 3 to 5 times as much content that is in the Bounty Hunter thing in Watchtower. Yet our price is like 40% higher. So I think there's a yet I don't think that we should price our thing higher. I feel like if we price much more than $10, and I think people would then start to feel like, well, that's not as big as you know what I'm saying? Like if we priced it at 5 times the cost of Bounty Hunter, well, now we're at the same price as Shattered Space. I'm like, well, we're definitely not worth Shattered Space. So there's like this weird pricing thing where on the lower end, you can push up, like it's almost like the dollars per what people are willing to spend for what they're willing to get versus what it costs to develop it. The optimal point is around $5, like, and that is what it's optimized to do, and that is like the thing about people saying, oh, it's around a cup of coffee. That is mostly what you're going to get right now. Like the cost for us to develop something like Watchtower is probably 15 times higher than it is to develop something like Bounty Hunter. So there's a big problem with the pricing model, and I don't know that that's a solvable problem. I think it's like it is something like that. There's something about like $5 where it's like, whatever, right? It's just like it's a relatively small amount of money, but to go a little higher, and feel like the appropriate value, you get into this weird space where you have to spend so much money to produce it. I'm really curious where Carl's going. Maybe priced Watchtower too low. Yesterday we got animated Nat mod for 500 credits. That is just ridiculous. I don't know. I think I like where we priced Watchtower. I feel like that was that's where the aim should be. The my issue is that it the reality is people seem to be just as willing to spend $5 on the $5 things, and for that amount of effort that it takes to create those $5 things, with the same budget we spent on Watchtower, we could create like 6 of those $5 things, and it would be more profitable for us, I guess is my point. And like, but I don't want to do those things. I want to do the big things. But the incentive right now, because that's what people are willing to spend, is that you guys are going to get a lot more of the $5 creations. Because of it's a lot cheaper to make them and still feel like, and you guys still feel like it's good value. That's actually a conversation I see a lot in the VC stuff, is they feel like most of them feel like they don't have the resources to put in the amount of effort we do on stuff on our $10 things, so that they feel like nobody can price things at $10 because it will be compared to ours, and they'll be like, well, that's not enough. When you look at Bethesda's own creation prices, you should get a feeling for how messed up the pricing is. 700 for Vulture, 500 for some instant weapons. They set the bar. Yeah, but I think everyone agrees they set the bar wrong. I remember that interview Mr. Matty Plays Day with Todd Howard, and he's like, yeah, we're still trying to figure out the pricing. Like, everybody was peeved about the cost of Vulture. So, like, I don't consider that a good bar. I feel like that was their testing the edges of the market and finding out that, like, whoops. But I don't know. I'm still of, like, even though the economics don't quite match up as far as comparing DLC to CC, because DLC gets a heck of a lot larger attachment rate, which is like the percentage of players who bought the game who buy it. I still think that almost doesn't matter, and that you still should. I personally will compare what I'm buying to DLC, and if it doesn't feel like appropriate value, I'm going to be a little bit irritated with it. But yeah, this is the pricing of that, like, you know, what you just described, Babylonia, seems to be the case for everybody. So, which is, or seems like, based on, like, what I can see from what salespeople are getting, the issue is that the cost to develop. This is the issue, like, from my side. This is like, and this doesn't mean anything. You guys can just take it as a developer griping about the cost of development, but the cost to develop a weapon, right? Like, that you will pay $3 to $5 for, right? Like, let's say you pay $5 for it. The cost to develop that is, I don't know. Let me do a rough estimate in my head, based on, like, wages and the amount of the time to build it. So, like, a weapon. A decent weapon takes a couple of weeks to build, and then maybe another couple of weeks to, like, integrate it into the game, make attachments for it. So, like, let's say it's a month of one developer's time, right? Developing and then you paid $5 for it, right? Well, to develop a quest mod like Bard's College or Watchtower will take 10 people 3 to 6 months to build. So you can see like that we can make twice as much on selling it, but we have to spend considerably more to get there. And I think if we had we definitely would not sell it for the cost increase more than we made it. So I guess what I'm getting at is that because people are more willing to bear $3 to $5 for a smaller thing. This is why like the microtransaction market tends to produce more of that stuff, because it's optimal, right? So you're gonna see more weapon mods and stuff because they're way cheaper to produce, and people will still purchase them. So like the only way to get to force people to build more for an appropriate amount of money is to not buy that stuff. And I'm not saying you guys shouldn't. You guys should buy whatever you want. But it's a thing that comes to my mind when trying to figure out the economics of it all. Because I think that a big quest mod should only cost $10, but I have to spend a hell of a lot more than the weapon modder. So in theory, a hardworking weapon modder will make way more than our team will, despite it being one person versus a team of 10. Anyone raising the pricing on E and BC is perfect. Any more would be too much. Any less would not be ready there. I think a lot of the craziest people are overpriced. Yeah, but I think that's it's one of those subjective things. But like just looking at raw number of sales, in general, like the well-produced weapon mods tend to do just as well as our stuff. Some of the VCCs underestimated the expectation players would have on paid content. They are competing with professionals and not the average mod author on Nexus. Yeah, well, and that is a good part, right? That you're going to start to see some professionals coming out of the game industry are going to put stuff through that program, and then folks who can't rise up to that level of quality are going to get buried in the where folks will just start paying attention. Although there is a discoverability problem in the VC store right now of sometimes it just feels like the things you're presented are just random, and searching through the store to find stuff you might want can be a challenge. We've actually brought this concern to Bethesda of like, how are people supposed to, like, the only things that are easy to find are the things that get highlighted on the first page, and then the rest of it just feels kind of random, right? It's not alphabetical. If you go down and look at the most downloaded or the most favorited, you're like, there's no way any of these are that, right? Like if you go look at those in the creations menu, it's like no one's favoriting that mod. Like that, it's just clearly just random sampling. It's broken, whatever it is. So there's so at some point, I think some amount of people just buy whatever they happen upon in their first few scrolls if they're interested in getting new content for the game. There was outrage over the Vulture being 700, but I did not read any complaints. Ridiculous prices for the FO4 ones. Yeah, I think there's nobody really talking about the FO4 ones other than the Beast Hunter and the Bounty Hunter, and I think part of that is because like those two are really slick looking, and then the rest of the update is such a disaster that that's more interesting to talk about than the VC stuff. Also definitely passed on a couple of those 500 creations because it's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not saying that all weapons are going to sell for 500. I'm saying that even the top end ones, the ones that you guys are like, yeah, these are worth it. I'm saying I know which ones you're talking about, and they sell just as many copies as the stuff we do, yet they cost considerably less than half to make. It's just an interesting fact about economics. Like it's just like and it has to do with the price point of like, for a lot of people who are willing to buy this small in-game stuff, $5 is like this, like, doesn't matter, right? It's like a innocuous amount you spend every day on random stuff. Sorry, I wouldn't pay any money for a weapon mod for us. Well, I think the ones that people are paying for aren't just weapon mods, right? They're the ones that are like, they come with some quests and stuff, and have more content to them, or have multiple weapons. So, and those are the ones I'm talking about. I'm not talking about individual weapons. Generally, when I'm talking about this stuff, of the things that people are buying a lot of are the things that are more. They come with a few other things. Definitely VCs agree with your point. Like people like Bub 200 pricing their stuff, usually at 300 or so for a weapon mod. Yeah, there's definitely a variety of pricing strategies, and you know, I don't know what the best strategy is. I don't tend to really think about the pricing strategy. I'm just looking at it like, what feels fair to me? Like, if someone offered this to me, what would I pay? That's how I price our stuff generally. And I don't know, I play a lot. I've started playing, I shouldn't say I play a lot. I should say I've started in the last couple of years playing a lot of like little indie games where, you know, you can buy something for between like $7 and $20 and get a just ridiculous amount of entertainment for it. And then I think about comparing, you know, the stuff we're making to that. And I'm like, well, we can't price higher than that. Like that's a whole game. Like even if it's just pixel art or whatever, like it's a hell of a lot more work than doing a mod. It's really hard to pay for mods when Epic and Amazon give out free games. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's a thing that I always try and drive home with our team of like, we are competing for attention with like some insane free-to-play games. Or just games they just given out for free because they're old that are still great to play. I think Carl's just a lost soul. I don't know where he's going. Like, it does not seem like he's going anywhere reasonable. I'm a little bit curious about where the thing spawned, but it's not a big enough deal to like try and bug hunt this right now. I would rather work on other bugs. But now that we've had our fun chasing Carl out of curiosity, we will move on. All right, we need some fertilizer. So let's go. I'm pretty sure I can just buy that at Diamond City easily. I should actually be able to pull it out of Workbench, but I always feel it's hit or miss whether I'm actually going to find fertilizer in there. You don't get rich when you keep being fair. I don't want to be rich. I just want to be able to keep doing this for a long time. All I care is making sure I can pay my team. And I would like to pay them more. That would be nice too. The guy's looking for a cornfield to disappear into.
Yeah?
Google Chrome. Will you update us to an Xbox when 100 gig store comes out? Yeah, we're gonna try and get the quests that are only in extended onto Xbox after that happens for sure. Percy, we need your fertilizer.
Conceivable good you could ever need is right here. If we don't have
Carl knows he's being followed. Yeah, he's like leading me on a false trail.
Let's see what you have.
You don't get to see what I do with my ghouls. That's none of your business. We need some junk. Bag of fertilizer. There we go. I think we need 3 actually. No. I want to buy it. Yes. Accept. Alright, is it our quest update? No. 3 bags of fertilizer, 12 fertilizer scrap. Okay. So we actually, maybe he has, oh wait.
You.
Myrna's here.
Well, I
because I think the two of them have totally
business.
different inventory, which is nice.
Let's see what you got.
Odds and ends.
There we go. 3rd bag of fertilizer. Okay. There we go. All right. And we lost Omar in our HUD, so she finally got cleared, so that's good. No more chrome textures. Yay. Wait, on Xbox, the chrome texture bug isn't there anymore? Because I did not fix that. Oh, you're saying, I gotcha. You're saying you won't have to have the bug if we put some of extended on there. Well, we won't be able to put all of extended, but I will put, as much as I can on there. There's the SS2 extended right now is 5 gigabytes or 7 gigabytes. It's really huge, and even with 100 gigs, the most we can upload at a time is 2 gigabytes for one file, for one like ESM plus BA2s. So we won't be able to get all the content on there, but I'll try and be strategic about what we do put up there. So yeah, something like that, like the fixed textures would be a good one. Although honestly, like those textures being chrome honestly has nothing to do with extended or not. That is just the conversion, the automatic conversion of textures that, oh, I know what it is. No, you're right. So I cut all of the, what do you call them? One of the maps. You're right, Crom. I can restore those. I forgot about that. One of the reasons that there is a way to fix the chrome textures on Xbox, which is what I was going to do, but I could take a shortcut to fix them, is just restore the normal and what is the other one called? It's the _S textures. There's 2 texture files that we stripped because they're not required to make things function, and we stripped those on Xbox so that I could restore those in a like light extended for
If trouble
Xbox.
comes knocking, I'll be ready.
Yeah, SS2 extended. It'll be like
Here it
SS2
is.
extended
Thank
light
you again.
is what it'll be.
Nothing.
Xbox only
What I
release.
lost. But this farm, it's a chance to begin again. I'm a man of few words. Forgive me. But no, I'm in your debt. I'll watch over mine and yours best I can.
Okay, well, you can stay here, buddy. This place is just overloaded with folks, and that's okay by me. Probably gonna have to build you a house, though. Nope, we got 35 beds immediately, so don't know how, but I'll accept. 478. Yeah, our power situation is not upgrading fast enough, but that's because we're just standing here like trying to watch paint dry, which is not a very smart way to do it. We need to go do other things and then come back. This is actually one of the things, like, I think... Nice. One of the things I want to do with the next HQ update, where I actually add more content stuff to it, is I think one of the fun things to be doing during this period, where you're trying to upgrade... where you're trying to upgrade settlements to fill out these needs, is to give HQ mechanisms to help speed that up. Like, you know, research to unlock new classes, or missions for the departments to, like, come and force upgrade settlements. Like, you know, send a team to, like, not just upgrade, like, we have it already. You can send engineering to upgrade a city. You know, maybe you can send them to just upgrade all the plots if you don't have a city plan. Like, that could be another way we could go about that. Oh, my bed went down to 34 again. I don't know why that keeps happening. It's like they pop up to what we need and then go back down again. I'm not sure why. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take one of these houses over here that's got the 2 exact same house next to each other and switch one to what do you call it? Switch one to a multi-person home. And hopefully that will sort out our issue with the one person being homeless right now. Although, just look like we need some jobs again. Where's Silas at? Because I should force him to assign to a farm. Oh, that's probably not going to be a good idea. I feel like anytime I see Junktown, I'm like, uh-oh, that's going to be massively oversized. So we may have to switch that to something else in a second here. He really enjoys building just absurdly large structures. Alright, Silas, where are you hiding at? I was trying to have a brilliant idea. SS2 plots for 300 and SS2 plans for 500 credits. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. No one, everybody disliked that, Alexander. Okay, well, this one looks tame so far. As soon as I see a UIT name on there, I'm like, alright, what's this gonna do? It's gonna be monstrous. There he is. There's Silas. Alright, buddy. I have a farm over here I want you to take over. I know one of these, I think it's this one? Yeah, I think this one is a, not an advanced. It does look awesome, though. Very good design. There we go. Come over here and operate this. let's see here. Oh, we got high tech. Oh, hell yeah. All right. I didn't know we unlocked high tech already. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably one of the add-on packs has it set up so that it bypasses the high tech requirement. So we're getting a little lucky here. If it works, it could be also that. No, Tower Farm. That is ours. So did I already do? Did we already unlock those and I just don't remember it? Why is that one showing up? You know, I have so many different playthroughs of this, I can't even remember. But I would love to have a Tower Farm here. We need more food. Poor HQ folks are starving. Okay, yeah. I will hold on. I will I'll click on Bonnie's video in just a second. I gotta change my streaming setup slightly in order to even show you guys this. Okay, so this is a video that Adam Bonnie Baby made that I'm gonna try and show you guys. I have to like hold on, I gotta figure out. Okay, there we go. For those, I gotta pause the game because otherwise the volume's gonna be really obnoxious. Okay, so this is for context for people who have no idea what's about to happen here. This is making use of some super chats for charity that happened the day Patch 3.5.0 launched. So on October 23rd, we did a stream, and Jake's voice actor came on, and some people donated to charity to get him to say something rather amusing. So let me see if I can get you guys to see this. So if I switch to Dev Machine, do you guys see Jake on screen right now? You should. I think you do. All right, then we're going to try and hit play and see if you guys can hear the volume. I should probably crank the volume all the way up. Let's try this.
What's on your mind?
Slick, weird question. I love you. You love me. Would you still love me if I was a worm? Just wiggling around? Or would you, like, I don't know, suck me up like a little spaghetti?
I love the blank stare. Whoop, 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 whoop. Coffee incident. The stare of the player character after that. Hold on, we spilled a little coffee. This time, though, it's not the first time we've done this. I have my setup lined up so that no coffee can land on a computer, unlike last time. It did take out some note cards, though. So hold on a second. I've got some of my to-do list items. You have to spread these out on the floor a little bit to dry it. Give me a second. Tomorrow's to-do list items are going to have a nice coffee brown tint to them. That's right, they'll smell nice. I have to restock on tissues in here for cleaning up coffee spills here. All right, there we go. All right, now I got to close this out because I cannot see you guys anymore. I just see Super Mario Galaxy trailer. Let's see. Back to chat. Where'd you guys go? There you are. Pay and build the tower farm. All right, good deal. An afternoon well spent, Bonnie, and now you have a new skill. So when is your Epic Quest mod coming out? Have you started development, started planning, writing? That would be a good April Fool's Day release. Alexander put out. I always come up with ideas for that, like right around when people remind me that next month is April Fool's Day. I start coming up with ideas for goofy trailers to mess with you guys, and then by then I don't have time to actually get involved in such a thing. Wait a second. What do you mean? Unoccupied. Where is Silas? I thought I assigned him to this. Oh, I wonder if he's not quite. He doesn't have the endurance for it, and that's why he's getting on. He might be getting unassigned. Where's he at? Well, let's find him again. Silas, buddy, we're counting on you to be our super farmer. It's usually pretty easy to pick out because he's rocking that cowboy hat. You need a mug you can't knock over. Is that a thing? What voodoo is this? Or maybe instead I just need to drink my coffee faster. I kind of nurse. Wait, what is? I thought there was a body in there. For some reason, that looked like a body to me. I nurse my coffee too slowly when I'm streaming. I had switched off of coffee for like a week there at night because I thought it was negatively impacting my sleep, but my sleep was still bad, so I decided I would at least keep the joy of evening coffee. Oh, that's right, we got a tax man here now. We should be rolling in caps. Wait, what are you doing, bud? Crow. Just hanging out, head in the wall. Oh, here's our rat farm. Alright, we may have to do the town meeting gavel. I can't find him. He's gone forever. But also, now that I think about it, let's go check the workbench. Are we rich now? Well, we'll take the 52 ASAM models. We can always use it. Oh, look at all. Are you kidding me? I went and bought that fertilizer. Look at this. 26 bags of fertilizer here. Makes sense because we had a Brahmin farm for the longest time. Ooh, look at all that purified water. Let's go take that to town. Hey, there we go. 528 bottle caps. The new bugle I need to figure out. I don't think that that's a bug in SS2. I think it's an add-on pack that's injecting those too soon. Or injecting them incorrectly. Because you should not be getting those before you actually unlock and build the newspaper.
If you ain't been
Mr. the Dude 29, I'm sure with a wide enough mug you wouldn't be able to drop it again. I mean, never say never. I'll find a way. It's usually just like, cause I'm a talk with my hands guy. So like even when I'm streaming, sometimes I set my controller down and I'm just like gesturing like I'm trying to make a point and then flail around and smack my coffee cup. I learned my lesson though, because the first time I think somebody pointed out in chat, I knocked coffee and it poured into one of the USB ports on top of my system and fried the USB port. And so I've rearranged all of my setup so that I have a coffee spot that has no access to electrical items, and there's nothing electrical underneath it. So a coffee spill, at worst, ruins whatever papers I have like within the vicinity of it. So that's acceptable casualties. And one could say it doesn't even ruin them. It gives them an old world stain. They look a little bit afterward. They look like antique paper. It's fine. And then they smell a lot better. If you still have coffee in your mug, you're not doing it right. Yeah, right? Why am I not drinking it faster? No, I have this weird, when I'm streaming, I use a, I don't know what this is called. I got this thing for free from Capital One Cafe. And it is just like a vacuum sealed mug or something. And for whatever reason, I drink way slower out of it than I do out of a traditional coffee cup. Traditional coffee cup, it would have been gone by now. 2 words, sippy cup. That would be rough on the first few sips. Fresh out of the machine.
It's good to finally
that reminds me, if you have a moment, I think the chapter skip for chapter 3 might be incorrectly set up. Yeah, a lot of the chapter skip stuff breaks when I patch fixes into the quests, and I have it on. I'm not gonna fix it until I'm done with all the bug fixes, because every time I go make tweaks, there's a risk I break the chapter skips, unfortunately. So it's just a time-saving device to not keep reinventing that wheel. So it kind of works sometimes, but yeah, there are definitely, depending on where you're at in a quest, if you're trying to skip to another one, you can just, it doesn't necessarily work. That is on my docket, but it's a bigger project than it seems. Because I effectively have to replicate all the code for, because I don't want to just step through the quest stage by stage. That would cause its own issues. So I have to like strategically figure out which stages I need to set on a quest to skip it. So yeah, it's a known issue that will be addressed when I'm done with this playthrough, basically. What is this sleep you speak of? Well, I try to get like 5 or 6 hours a night if I can. I'm not always successful at that, but I definitely, on the days that I am successful at it, I feel much better. All right, yeah, we're using the thing. I've wasted enough time with this. Honestly, this has just been a good just hang out and talk night because I was so angry yesterday and today. So it's been good to having some folks who feel the same way to sit around and BS with. All right, gather around, folks. We're looking for some farmers. Essentially, this Locum Joe add-on injects those newspapers. Ah, okay.
Need to get back to doing honest work.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh, there he is. Oh, you know what we need to do is let's get the Vitamatic. Let's check. Silas, do you actually have the appropriate? Oh, he's only got skilled. I need somebody with an 8 in endurance. You know who probably has it? It's gonna be. Don't we have a companion here, like Nick or something? Nick, what are your stats?
Need something?
Scan Nick. Why is this not working? There it goes. All right, what is his job? He's unemployed. Perfect. Oh yeah, and look at those stats. Like all of the companions, just stupid high stats. All right, let's get you. We need you to build our epic farm. Once this thing starts building, we'll probably trigger a back to work to see if there's anybody else not assigned right now. The mug is called the Mighty Mug. You can punch it and it sticks to the table. You have to lift it straight up to pick it up. Oh, that's fun. I've never heard of that. Use a travel mug that seals. A few things to test. Wanted to get Jake as a companion. Scenic route it is.
What's going on? Need something?
Yeah, it does take a little while to get to Jake as a companion, right? Colonel Lester, do you have any plans for creations on Fallout 4? No, not really. We're, because SS2's not done, so I don't really want to work on anything else right now. Love those streams where you just take the time to chat with us. Always appreciated. Except that we're not making any I mean, I have fun with it too once in a while. This is why we're doing it. But the downside is we're not making progress on our mission, which is to get SS2 fixed up. We've been stuck on Chapter 2 for a long time. Though I am glad we got the pre-build update out. That was one of my big milestones I have had on the chart for a long time. Sonic Phil, Flaccid Namer Tag, King Gets Creator Sims Host 2. Oh, did I miss? Let's see, Flaccid. Sorry, but I'm new. Is there a link to your mod list? My mod list, I think, is in the description. It takes to a link. But my mod list is basically stuff that I've created and then add-on packs for SS2. But I don't think I have my mod list updated. I do believe, guys, is there a do I have a spreadsheet for this? I think I had one at one point. I believe that there is a spreadsheet on that. If you look in the description of this video, there's probably a link to a forum post, and then that forum post probably has a link to a load order. Or maybe I put the load order link right in the description of the video, I'm not sure. But I would bet that it is out of date because I don't remember the last time I updated it. You got 15 to 20 years till Fallout 5, so no stress. Yeah, pretty much. That is crazy, isn't it? I gotta imagine, though, that, like, at some point, especially if some of the old guard starts retiring, right? Like, if, like, Todd and some of the original people start retiring from Bethesda, that eventually Microsoft would just step in and be like, nah, you gotta give the IP to one of our other studios or something. Bethesda has several studios, right? They've got Austin. Don't they have one in Montreal too? I think it's Austin, Montreal, and then Rockford. I think they have 3 studios. So like in theory, one of Austin I think is supporting 76, but like what the hell's Montreal doing? I think maybe Montreal might be doing the mobile games, might be doing Fallout Shelter and Castles or whatever the Elder Scrolls one is. Okay, look at that, 38 food for one farm. Now we're talking. All right, let's run the. I know power is still a problem, but if I can solve food and water, we can start sending folks on little missions and whatnot. Let's do. No, that's not what I want with this. Let's go. Town meeting gavel, back to work. This will try and force an auto assign on everybody to make sure they have a job. Oh, the Dallas too. That's right. Yeah, so they have 4. Yeah. There is a sheet. Yeah. Okay. I should probably update that. So there is a spreadsheet, Blasted, that has my mod list, but it is not fully up to date. But in general, it's like anything you've seen on Nexus that has my name on it is probably in my load order right now, and that's the majority of the load order. This playthrough, the goal is to just try and fix up SS2. So we're just playing through kind of methodically and looking for bugs, and I will sometimes pop over to the creation kit during the stream and try and fix them. We've been doing less of that lately because I've been stuck on one particular part of the quest line that's quite long. So we haven't run into a ton of bugs, but okay, interesting. So it shows we don't have enough. We have 37 beds, but I'm seeing several people have no homes on my little menu down there. That's interesting. Lobo Samhain, is there a way for the pre-builds to just do a plot layout and not start building until the player goes to the settlement and builds a transmitter? Not currently, no. That is, well, so I guess you could technically get away with that. So here's what we would do, Lobo. When you're setting up the pre-build options, one of the options you can do is set the population to 0%. So there's like there are sub options you can set up during it, and if you just set the population to 0, that would do that. So the plots would probably all start at level 1, not level 0, but you could start them without people. Okay, well, I think this is feeling pretty good here. All right, let's go check our.
Settlement is not a home until it has its own boat.
Let's go check our settlement reports and see if we've fixed our food situation. I don't think we have. I think we were like 100 food short last time I checked. Needs report. We want to look at, okay, food 98. So we have network surplus 49. Okay, maybe we do have enough now for HQ. That would be awesome. Okay, so what's next? Let's look at our quest log here. This is a radiant. We don't need to do that. Mr. Postman. Yeah, we do. Oh, yeah, we do have one of the charity mods. I don't have all of them installed, but I have one of them installed right now. Doctor in the house. We still got a medical research level 2. Still need lots of power, which we're basically waiting for high-tech power to unlock, which just means we need some of the power plants here to upgrade, which they should be well on their way. We just need to go do something else instead of sitting here watching paint dry. I guess we can go talk to the Ron again and just keep recruiting people. That seems to be like a reasonable use of time, and then we can find some of these bugs, right? Well, let's go do that. Let's go back to the Ron. Kaz, what happens with Jake if settlements already have beacons and our RTC will randomly appear at one? Yes, that is actually one of the reasons that I knew we would need the tool and the holotape. So he should only show up at one that you own, though. I don't think it'll be completely random. But like if you use the workshop framework tool to just take control of all of the settlements, then it will probably just pick one at random to send him to. But it should limit to the ones that that you actually control.
You want your stuff. Got my eye on you.
Sonafil, can you start the pre-build after intro before vault exit with the file cabinet, or is it gone by then? Yes, as long as you're... No, I think as soon as you leave the pre-war area, like if you wake up in the frozen vault, that's too late to start that. So for that particular quick start, do you start out in the bathroom still, Phil? Because some people have suggested like one way we could create a universal patch for all of these different mods that do that is you just make like an ESL file that moves the holotape into the bathroom so that after people create their characters, they can activate it. I don't know if that would solve it for his.
Hello to you.
Hey.
Thanks,
Oh
man.
yeah, it's business time.
Indeed.
Any idea where I can find someone?
Looking for talent, are we? What kind of attributes you in the market for?
I'm looking for someone.
Okay, what do we got here? Strength, perception, agility, luck. Well, we'll go perception.
Wise.
Say no more. This is who you're looking for. Come back again. Oh yeah.
Ah, okay. So like as soon as you hit accept the character, it zips you away again. Yeah, I mean then anything beyond that, I think like those authors will have to create their own patches because I can't really come up with a universal one for that. The only thing I can think we could maybe do is like I could probably add an option to MCM that displays it, but I would need to figure out how to do conditional options because once you pass a certain point, you don't want like people should not be triggering that in the middle of a playthrough. Like that would be pretty bad. So yeah, I think any of those quick start mods are going to have to create patches. Like the only one I can think of generically I could do easily would be to just create an ESL that moves the holotape. But if that won't suffice for that, then they will have to move it. So like, for example, he could move it to right before the vault elevator for that. Like that wouldn't be particularly useful for most folks, but for his, that would work. Because I know some of the alt starts don't start you at the vault elevator, right? They'll start you like, you know, on the in the middle of Bunker Hill or whatever, right? They have a bunch of different locations. There is a function that can be run. Like, and I talked to him if he needs a function to trigger it, I can tell him what he has to run. But he probably figured it out already. He has access to the source code. He's one of the few people I have entrusted full access to SS2's code to tinker with things. Oh, we got another under the floor person here. Oh, we're stuck here.
Huh?
Yep. Somebody is buried in the hill. We're going to have to TCL them out of there. All right. TCL. Wait, what? We had the same thing with over here. We saw somebody was like doing crazy stuff underground. There was one of these pommel horses like buried under the ground. I think it's just like a bug in the city plan. We got some like random stuff tucked underneath the ground by mistake.
This ain't. Yeah.
All right. Oop, oop. Drop the controller. Game bar. What is that? No. What is all this stuff? Get out of here. Oh, back to game. Back to game. Okay. All right. Let's not knock our coffee over again. All right. It's always awkward when I get console when I'm doing this. All right. Click. No. I want to grab Alan Walsh. There we go. And now
Why don't I head to the spa?
we come over here.
Farm's not much.
And we'll do move to player. We'll do prid, TCL. There we go.
Hey there, Chief. I don't suppose
Oh.
there's anything you need repaired. That Pip-Boy, maybe? Leaky bubbler?
I assume you can fix that?
I'm pretty good at repairs. Machines, plumbing, small electronics, you name it. I've even come up with a few designs of my own. With mixed results, I'll admit. But even Edison had to
Oh,
learn
we got the
10,000
crazy
ways not to make
earbug.
a light bulb. So, need anything fixed up?
Do you want to set up a permanent shop? I know the perfect place.
Are you for real? You would offer me a place to stay, just like that. Well, in that case, there's something you should know. I've been run out of a few places because of my experiments. But that won't be a problem. I promise not to do anything dangerous without your say-so. So just... thanks for giving me a chance, Chief.
All right, we're gonna send you to. I'm gonna send him to Sanctuary. I think like we need. Starlight is gonna get into like dangerous territory soon. I've already been going crazy with power and food there, so if he's perception, he'll be good at doing water. So we can go set up some water plots over at Sanctuary. The Sanctuary, because I'm not building a ton over it. I'm not building in Red Rocket. Sanctuary should be able to handle quite a load of people. Preston Armstrong, what do you think of the Anniversary Edition? And future SS2 only support the version or legacy versions as well? I mean, Anniversary Edition is a disaster. It is not good, and I hope that they follow through on fixing it quickly because it was pretty embarrassing to see how that released. But as for SS2, my goal is to never update it. Not never update it. Never force it to require a newer version. I'm going to keep it on the last version before next gen as long as I possibly can. Like, there would have to be a pretty compelling reason to upgrade it, because if I keep it on the old version, it will work for people who don't want to upgrade. It will work for people who did upgrade and anybody in between. Whereas as soon as I upgrade it, I cut off all the people who have legitimate reasons to hold on to an old build of the game. So yeah, I don't have any plans right now of updating it to force a newer version of the game on people. His neck seems long. Is it Earthworm long? Is it as long as old Paul the Worm? Uh-oh. I just heard a little beep, and now I've got load screen. Hold on, we may have a crash here. Let's check. Hopefully. Fatal error. Those are not good. Let's see, what does the fatal error say? Would you like to upgrade the cat? How could I upload the crash log? Where does it upload to? What? Oh, it opened a paste bin. Exception violation. Oh, this is from Buffout. Okay, what does Buffout say the issue is? Let's scroll through this. Some sort of Gamebryo sequence. What is it suggesting? The... Uh-oh, it's a PRA animated item. Alright, we'll have to teleport somewhere else and then walk into town. Those who are not familiar with PRA's stuff, he has some wizard level animated items on some of his building plans. So we will just teleport to Red Rocket and walk our way over there. Alright, chat seems to have locked up. I hope that is not my computer dying on me here. My floor right now looks like if we just ran some red string on it, it'll look like a conspiracy theorist wall. With all my notes laid out, drying from the coffee accident. Any advice for mod authors that want to apply to become a verified creator for FO4? Just release something. Just make sure you've got something out there, and just go for it. Just go for the application. And then I would also say, if you get a denial, ask them for follow-up. Just like even if you go for a job interview and you don't get a job, and send them an email and say like, hey, you know, it's a bummer I didn't get the job, but I'm wondering if you could give me any advice to help me with future interviews. Like, you can do the same thing with this, and just go for it. If you got something released already, I think that's the only real requirement they want, and I don't even think that that's a requirement, honestly. I know some of the folks in VC who have not released mods, so I think if you're an active member in the community, or you've released stuff and you just actually sincerely fill out the application, like, they will consider you. And if they don't, and they will send you a rejection, just ask them for more information. Maybe it'll be like, oh, we're just not bringing on new people right now because, you know, I'm sure they don't want to overload their support team, so they have to, like, you know, do it in waves. At least that's what seems to happen. Like, they have a Discord for it. And you just see, like, every couple of weeks, like, a new batch of folks will come in. So that might be just them not wanting to overwhelm their support staff. I do believe that they do go do, like, kind of, you know, I don't know this for certain, but I have a feeling that they do a socials check. So if somebody is kind of like one of those outspoken, obnoxious folks in the community, that they may not want them in because they don't want to invite drama into the program. So I would guess that, you know, if your socials are messy, maybe clean those up, just like you would before going on a job interview. You know, a potential recruiter is going to Google you and see if you are a dick in public, right? So treat it like you would a job application. But for those of you out there who would like to be mod authors or are up and coming mod authors, I've got an idea brewing in my head that where I'm going to kind of reboot some of the things I used to do, and one of those things is spinning up a new Sim Settlements development team. I got something cooking, and I might need a new wave of people to help me with it. And I love teaching people stuff, so I would accept people joining this new team if and when I form it, who didn't know everything. I'd be happy to teach. So if that happens, I would imagine it will be happening. If I spin this up, I would imagine it will be happening in. Honestly, I would say probably the start of the new year, or I would probably start recruiting next month, with the plan of starting next year. Will there be conduits? Can you elaborate what you mean by that? All right, let's see what the situation is here. They need some power. All right, well, you know what? We're going to build them a power transfer station, because this has so much space here. If I do decide to build power here, we can send it around the rest of the Commonwealth. Then in the meantime, that will help with their needs. Oh my god, I get the hiccups every time I'm on here. I think it's the chugging coffee at various points while trying to talk. I think it's a bad combo. Yeah, we'll go ahead and plop that down right here. And Alan Walsh can be our operator when he returns. We got some folks not working here. Well, I guess that makes sense. 29 people. Let's do a power transfer random in case there's multiple. I actually don't know how many add-on packs have done power transfer. Oh, we got to do some serious building here. We need some homes. We need some more power here. Let's start with homes. Let's see. Let's find one of these houses. We'll see if we can cram some interior plots in here. I don't think we already did some of that. Because I think I started with the SS2 Basics city plan, which does do some of that. But I'm betting that there's still more room in here if I search about. Also looks like the place could use... Oh, here we go. Like this room. I think we could squeeze one in. You know, I know a lot of people love like the scrap mods to like clean places up, but I still find scrapping so satisfying. Scrapping and wiring are super satisfying. I understand exactly why those ended up in the game. There we go. Alright, we can definitely this. So we can move this in here and we can definitely squeeze another interior in this place. Here, you can bunk up this little... Well, let's find somewhere to put this bed. I don't want to just delete this bed because we clearly need more beds for folks. I guess you can just sleep next to these guys. That's fine. You're all family. You're sharing a house. It's fine. That was pretty good placement there. Hold on. That was pretty good blind placement. Just need a little bit of a twist. Place. There we go. Alright, what else we... Okay, we're missing power. We still need more houses. And maybe I'll build a multi-person... A big, like... Yeah, I'll build like a 3-person house somewhere over here. How about we do it on this platform? Get rid of this. Scrap the ruined house. Let some folks move in here. This has surely got to be a 3 or 4-person building. And then we still have a lot... Well, we got a lot of jobs available too. Or people available to work jobs too. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, hold on a second. My, That is weird that we're getting that error. I'm getting a out-of-memory error from... Reload from YouTube.
Who stole my Nuka-Cola? I burned down all your stacks if they weren't infested with jam.
When you assemble a new team, are conduits involved? What? I don't know what that means. What do you mean conduits? I don't understand. Just checked. MSLala did update his quest start. If you have some components 2, 3, 4 are installed, the pre-build menu should show up shortly after exiting the cryopod. Oh, okay. So he set it up to just auto trigger. Great. Boy, I'd love to be taught by King Gath. Yeah, I mean that would be. I think that would be one of the pitches to get people to actually join me on a quest to pull off some more big story content. Adam and I have been working on learning stuff now that I have rigged to run the CK and trying to relearn everything I did at uni. I was a nerd for 3D dev, love learning how the game ticks. That's a good skill to have. 3D stuff is it's hard to find. QRXR Nexus has done a cool thing with occlusion planes that removes the need for previs and makes the settlements completely scrappable without breaking the game like scrap-ons. Oh, that's pretty neat. I've not heard of that. That explains why I didn't have chat for a while there. I was out of memory. I didn't realize it. But yeah, you guys disappeared for a few minutes there. Alright, what are we building here? So I feel like a couple more power plants would not be a bad idea since we're out of power here. I mean, the out of power here, part of that is just that some of these plots don't have power going to them yet. So I should probably start with that. Like, let's just make sure. Let's get some wires on the outside of these buildings. And then, you know, we still need power for HQ, so it won't hurt anything to build some extra power plants. And then I figured I would start doing, some, what do you call it? Some water production here. I haven't really invested a ton in water production, and I know we're good right now in water, but that won't last forever. Alright, I should slide this right here. Can connect to this. These should be enough to hit the plots inside of here. Now we gotta run around and find plots that don't have power yet. How about this guy? There we go. You guys got power. You've got power. Library's got power. These guys are good. Let's check on the inside. I'm guessing some of these interior plots did not get hooked up on power. Nope, you guys are good. Some of them should, because they would have gotten the first things that, like anything built by a city plan, by the default options will end up with power. But as I've been adding stuff, like see this one did not. Okay, so I don't know if I built that one in there, or if this needs to go lower to give this guy power. Or we just are legitimately short on power here. Could also be that. Alright, I'll try throwing down a power plant. We definitely have the people available. There's a lot of folks not working here. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a power plant. Ooh, I wonder what we've got on 3x3 municipal. I might try and build something just to see what our options are. We've got a nice plot of land right here. We can just chop down this tree. Because there's nothing in the base of SS2 that's 3x3 municipal, so this is an add-on, but I'm not as in tune with the add-on pack as some of you guys are, so I don't know what I'm about to find here. Might just be the Crafteria from Pra. We'll find out in a moment here, as soon as we get an ASAM sensor. There it is. I would recommend starting to learn modding for someone who has already had programming knowledge and some knowledge of other game engines. It looks like Colonel Mustard beat me to it, but I'd say I have a series, a tutorial series that will get you kind of onboarded to modding. Now, some of that series, if you go into my channel list, I have a playlist of called Bethesda Mod School. Some of them are for Sim Settlements 1, which is a little awkward to do if you have SS2 installed, because it's parenting to SS1, but it does, even if you just kind of watched it and learned from some of the exercises, there is some really cool stuff it teaches you in there that I was just using Sim Settlements 1 as like a easy way to show you how to get it in game. And so even if you just watch that, there's a lot of that stuff you could do in the creation kit even without actually performing the exercises with SS1. But I think the vast majority of the tutorials in that are disconnected from Sim Settlements at all. They're just modding tutorials that you could do. So that is a good way to learn a lot of skills. All right, what do we got here? What are our options? Advanced power plant. Yeah, we'll check a giant advanced power plant. Let's see what that looks like. Diamond power by UF. Oh god, what is this gonna be? This is gonna be monstrous. Alright, we got someone assigned to it, and they're building it, so we must have had somebody with appropriate stats. That's good. Kaz, I have low-key PTSD from wires doing our OTC. I'd love to help in projects, but now I have an allergy to power conduits. Oh, I got you. You were talking about that project. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know. I wasn't catching on to it. Yeah, that was quite the intense project for doing wiring and rewiring and building power stuff. Okay, well, I am not a fan of this weird blue brain thing. Hopefully it gets better as it builds up. But I bet it adds a crap load of power. There's a cool caravan in Municipal 3x3. I think I already have a caravan here. I was mostly looking for like water or power or some utility that could add some more resources to my setup. But yes, I got a caravan right here. This guy's got power. I'm trying, because usually when you get the in the vanilla HUD, if you get no power listed or if you have red power, it doesn't actually mean that you're necessarily short on power. It means that some number of things is not wired. So that finding that is always can be very painful. I think we have a find unpowered tool, or we did. I don't know if we still do in SS2. There's a lot of tools I built for SS1 that I never ported over to SS2. Okay, these have power. Alright, let's try that. Let's do... Oops. I want to do... City Manager Tools. And I think it's ASAM tracking. Unpowered. There we go. Let's track unpowered items.
Huh? What's up?
Hope you ain't one of them synths here to spy on me.
Okay, what do we got here? Oh, we got like a couple of televisions that are unpowered. This one's still unpowered, huh? That's weird. We can just scrap the television. This one's still unpowered. Okay, well, maybe there's something wrong with these conduits up here that I added, or maybe the this thing is a problem here. Scrap that. Let's get some more. Build all these. Try and reconnect our way into the grid here. Okay, this guy's connected to here, and this one's powered. Alright, let's see if those plots got power now. Okay, now that one does. And so does that one. Okay, so those will take care of those. And then we gotta bop out of here. Ooh, look at that. We got a ton of new power. Alright, so that's those three. So then over this way, there's a few more. Alright, this plot didn't get powered. Okay. So like some of it is there's something funky with some of this conduit connecting all this stuff. Oh, no, this one's just not connected all the way. Get this stuff into the grid. There we go. That was some of our last couple of items. And then we will rerun that tool. We'll turn it off and then we'll turn it back on in a second. Is there a way to stop plots with water affecting way below the plot? No. There is an option in the performance settings where you can prevent water from spawning, but it requires that the building plan author actually correctly tagged all their items, which, you know, the people who have been around the scene for a long time, they know to do all that, but anybody new to making add-on packs likely did not do so. So there's any of those, you would just need to choose a different building plan for those upper level plots. But yeah, the way water works like that is just an engine level thing. Wait, did you read that message? It said, couldn't any things to track. We have like a typo in one of our messages. Hold on a second, I want to fix that real quick. Let's see here. Actually, let's look up track, miscellaneous, message. Nothing to track. Couldn't any matches to track. couldn't find any matches to track. All right, let's fix that. Save. All right, time. Those are like the type of minor bug fixes I won't even bother to put into the patch notes. Okay, so the giant noodle power plant thing definitely is adding just a crazy amount of power. We went to 248 in the settlement, but now we need a bunch more defense. So I guess that names our next thing we build. And that, I mean, this is the stuff I think. I don't know about you guys. This is what I enjoy about the mechanics of some settlements. Is like sometimes you're just not sure what to build, and like having the needs fluctuate like gives you a reason to build certain things. It's like, oh, I guess I need more defense. Let's do that. As much as I would love to see a 3x3 Marshall, I think it's a little impractical over here. So we're going to go with one of these. Alright, hopefully somebody gets assigned to that in a moment. And let's see, after that, defense will be good. Beds look like we're in good shape. We could probably use some more rec plots here. Give some folks more stuff to do. Feels like our rec district has kind of become over here. Oh, I don't like that. I do not like that. You go to there. And you go to there. And then you are too much. There we go. Alright, we'll let somebody assign themselves to that. Let's go see if our martial plot got somebody. There it did. Fantastic. Okay. Alright, just defense, I think, is all we're really gonna worry about. I could throw down a few more. I guess I'm gonna need more jobs though. I can see down there I've only got, I probably need at least 3 more jobs, so we can definitely throw down some more municipal too. If I want to double down on the power, or if I want to add in some water plants or something. I think I want to do some power. Let's see. Well, we ended up with a settler assigned, which means it won't let us do an advanced power plant unless the guy happens to have good intelligence. Oh, we got a hospital. We actually might need that, to be honest. We might want to leave that as a hospital. It's one of those things I always forget to run around and build until I see how bad the sickness situation is. Alright, so we'll build one right here then. Because we do need at least 3 more jobs. Fine, you guys can have a hospital. Plots finishing operation. Try again. Okay, so there's plenty of active people here. It's waiting to assign them.
Huh?
Oh, tax man. Yeah, I mean, I would love to have a tax man. We could always use the money, but we're actually doing pretty good right now. I've got, I think, 5K caps. I don't really need more than that. I was running light for a long time, but now I'm feeling pretty good. Yep, coal plant. We've got enough to buy all the ammo we need and to keep a steady supply of the Ron settlers. Oops, no, probably need to. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to increase by 100. And now we'll do it again, because I have no idea what all I've built. Alright, I wanted to do transfer, though. Let's see what we got going on in here. 700 caps. There we go. Look at this. Look at it. We're accidental purified water farming. Woo, I gotta go sell. Alright, let's see what our defense situation is now. Cool, maxed out. So now we just need a few jobs and we're off to the races here. Alexander, what is your opinion on verified creators only use vanilla assets like kit bashing? I mean, if you're good at it, I don't see any problem with that. Like kit bashing, like Bethesda uses kit bashing all the time for their level design and stuff. I think you can get away with some kit bashing as long as you're a good designer. I mean, would I recommend people kit bash guns? Probably not. Like, but you know, I think kit bashing in your level design is totally cool. I'm gonna give this thing a nudge, and then we will refresh it. There we go. It was there was getting some Z fighting there. Z fighting is a pet peeve of mine, as many of you know. Oh, we actually have level 3 sanitation. That's right. We had like the crazy laundry design here. These are really cool. Cool plot design. Alright, there's our little hospital. Got our coal plant coming in. There's a cool 3x3 hospital from XV. Sweet. Finding space for 3x3s is tricky. We made room for this monstrosity. How much power are we getting out of this bad boy? 95 so far at level 1. Alright, we still need more jobs. Okay. Alright, I guess we will continue burying this place in pollution then. And we can use this little backyard over here. Wait, who's that? Oh, that's Mr. Hansy. Stay away, stay away. Choose building plan. Alright, advanced power plant, random. I think we have the only 2x2, at least in my install. There might be more out there, but I think the only one that we have installed is the one that comes with SS2. Yeah, the coal plant. Alright, and that we still might need one more job after this. Let's go ahead and I guess we'll get another marshal down. I think adding all this power, we're gonna start pushing the limits of. We're gonna start needing more defense, basically. And we'll squeeze a small one in right up here. Pretty much do this design for this settlement every time, but it just works so well. Alright, that should be our last job we need. I believe that should get auto-assigned in a moment here. guess I can clear this fence out so people can actually get in and out of work. 646 power, now we're talking. So once this guy builds, we're going to be pretty close to the amount we need. I actually really want to go pop my head into HQ to see... Oh, we're getting some improvements in entertainment. I kind of want to pop my head over in HQ to see if we finally solved the food and water crisis. Still says we could use another job here. That's crazy. Because, yeah, this martial plot should already count toward that. Oh, and I see past me had the same idea about the water plant here. Yeah, we can toss another one down. Let's do an advanced one, alright. Keep this option. Alright, now the job meter's full. Okay, there we go. Alright, we got a lot of full meters, happiness on the rise. There goes defense up to 290. Feeling pretty good here. Still got a ways to go in the power department, but 741. We're most of the way there now. All right, we're gonna save, and then we're gonna go poke our heads into HQ because I haven't been there in a minute, and I want to see how the meters look there. I feel like it's gotten too quiet.
Maximum crabs!
Just wake y'all up a little bit. Now, I'm actually going to be wrapping up here shortly, but I do... Oh! Oh, God. Oh, God. Fire extinguisher, fire extinguisher. Do we have one? We don't. Noman, you got to move over a little bit. Come on. You got this. Or, here, talk to me.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
Give me the fire extinguisher. I got it for you.
Attention. Maintenance
What can I do for you, sir?
Oh yeah!
We need
Report
this.
to the armory
You're missing it.
to carry out an overdue service.
There we go. So it's a funny little trick here. If you steal one from your HQ staff, they'll just spawn a new one. So you can, if you ever need to help put out a fire, just go talk to somebody who looks like they're trying to firefight. And they'll just you can just take theirs and they'll get a new one.
Smell
meant to be a headquarters, not a clubhouse.
Too many people slacking off here. Thanks, Aiden. Tova, thank you for the donation. Quick and random question. Can EEE be installed mid-playthrough in Skyrim? Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, wow. Look at that walking. Good job, Aiden. You're a magical man. Okay, still shows food is in bad shape, but I know we have excess food on the network, which means we need to figure out... What do we have? Only 31 people here. We need to figure out which settlement has all the surplus food that's not on our on our network. So I guess what we can do is we have enough people in logistics. We could just set up some more sharing, I think, is what we'll do. We want to do supply agreements. Yeah, we can afford a few more supply agreements. Let's see. Let's think about which ones have a lot of stuff going on. So Grey Garden was one I was gonna do, but I haven't really engaged with it. Abernathy Farm probably has a fair amount. Let's do Abernathy. I will do Grey Garden as well because I did intend on building it, and now I have like 50 ASAM sensors in my inventory, so we can actually go do that. Set up with Grey Garden. And then, okay, logistics still got room. We had some good logistics, folks. Let's check on, do we have Sanctuary set up? Because now that I started building in Sanctuary, I should make sure that we're tapping into them. Yeah, we are. Okay, so then Coastal, we have basically nothing. Oberlin, we have nothing. Ten Pines has a lot. Let's do Ten Pines. Red Rocket's got nothing. Castle's got stuff I think I built there. Actually, don't remember. Alright, well, there we go. That's a few more supply agreements, so hopefully that will help with the food situation here. A lot of fires. A lot of fires. A lot of radios here. Gotta watch out for those.
Hey.
Alright, you go tell people what's up. Get them working harder. Well, this place is nice and clean. Hey, Teresa. What is the room purpose here? Hold on a second. Cancel. View details. What's going on here? We have the large bunker. Okay, they just haven't built it yet. Hold on a second. Let's do refresh room. Maybe just screwed up in the build. Yep, that looks like it. Okay, cool. Adam Barnaby, since you're in HQ, the player's extended quarters, the wall that's removed between these rooms, part of it doesn't disappear and clips through part of the pre-combine, maybe? Oh, I'll go check on that in a second. I don't think I've built that yet, though. Brian Baker, hope you'll be able to play this after the... Oh, hope I'll be able to play this after the hotfix.
The admin team would like your ideas.
Yeah, that will be... Well, I'm hoping that hotfix turns things around, because Fall of War is in pretty bad shape right now for anybody on the current build, which is why I am going to stick to...
What do you need, General?
Old gen for a while, if not forever.
Waiting for a train that will never go.
I'll at least keep SS2 on it so that you guys don't have to upgrade if you don't want to, but hopefully between the couple, I think they announced 2 hotfixes and then they implied more patches after that, so hopefully I'm really hoping that they're going to fix some of the bugs that I've been reporting. So about once every 6 months I ping somebody there and remind them of the power grid crash, because I'm really hoping that that makes it through through the repair pipeline so that people don't have to live with these time bomb saves. Okay, I love radios everywhere, but not when I'm streaming. Okay, so this is what you're talking about, right? Like doing the extended where it takes out this wall. I guess I can't really do it right now because I'm going to be short on space right now. I have to wait till I build up the mid-floor some more. Let me see, 23 out of 31, and this is 6. I guess I can sacrifice this, right? 23 out of 31. This is, if this is 6 spots, if this is 6, wait, is it 6 bunks? Yeah, 6 bunks. Yeah, it'd still be under the limit. I guess I can swap it out. Right, hold on a second, let me save. Because we can just do it right. Save, CLP, day, what are we on? Day 34? Day 33? Hold on, let me check the live stream. Studio. Content. Live. What are we up to? Day 34. Day 34. Alright, we're gonna use that as my save to revert to if I decide that I don't want to be so tight on the beds, and we will do change room purpose. Let's see. Player quarters, living quarters, player quarters extension is what we want to select. Did you hear they apparently removed the Wanderer song from the game? I did hear that. I know, didn't they get in a lawsuit over the Wanderer? Like, didn't the guy who wrote that song say he wasn't told what the game was and didn't appreciate it being used in it or something like that? Okay.
A message from the security team. Please
Yeah, I
do
can't tell
not
if anything's
distract
happening
personnel
here.
while on guard duty.
Hold on a second. Let's do construction. I don't know if oh, it's because I selected the purpose and now I got to do the construction. That's right. And actually, I think what I did there was I took away the construction. No, we want to buy it. We would take it to the left, right? And then accept. Oh, it's right. It has to get added to the task list. So now if I go to the project added to facilities task list, yeah, we probably added it twice. I forgot about that. Hey, look, our food is fixed. All of our meters are in good shape. If anything, we're just not giving our people enough to do. Those slacking scientists. Get to work, guys. There's diseases to research. Oh, it's because I didn't build the medical labs yet. That's why. My bad. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, I guess I shouldn't do that now that we're wrapping up, though. Yeah, that's why the scientists are all slacking. They don't have their medical labs yet. All right. Well, I'll have to check it. I'll have to check it next week on this because my facilities department is quite busy right now. So we'll check it for you next week, Bonnie. All right, guys. I think that's it for me tonight. Here's hoping we get all the hot fixes we were promised, and we see Fallout 4 bounce back because it's been a sad week for Fallout 4. And, but I'm still holding out hope that we'll see things turn around. I think that even if it's not for the reasons that everyone hopes, you know that the reasons are financially driven. But making video games is not a altruistic thing, right? Like they're doing it because they like doing it, but also because it makes them money and they get to live off of it. But we fortunately have the TV show and the potential money that will bring them as a almost guarantee that they will fix the game at some point. We just gotta deal with a busted game for hopefully just a few more days. So have a good night, guys. I will catch you on Sunday with some more Skyrim.